Okay, it's been a while since I've brought to you my CD collection, but unfortunately, Pick and Choose Tube apparently was infiltrated by some legal entities from certain other larger entities that were against an earlier video that I made about certain principalities, and I will no longer be speaking about those principalities by legal court order. Now I'm going to go on to further good stuff in my collection. I may be biased, but it's good stuff. First up, English band Teenage Fan Club, and it is a shortcut to them. It's a greatest hits collection, and they've thankfully allotted the amount of time they've given to this one. This is a pretty good introduction to their work. Really some neat stuff. The concept, Ain't That Enough, The World Will Be Okay, Everything Flows, Star Sign. These are pretty good songs. Really can't say enough about them. Very poppy, but also it can rock. They're a pretty good band. I don't know where they stand. They pretty much transcend genres. They can pretty much go anywhere with their work, which is kind of neat how flexible they are. Really like it. My favorite on here is God, it's between two. But I would have to say I Need Direction, which is a pretty neat song. Has a neat keyboard solo in it that's pretty cool that follows with a guitar solo. Pretty neat thing. Okay, here's a great LP by a wonderful artist who had the same skills that a guy like Brian Wilson had. He just came out with natural melodies and great songs that just flowed out of him. Really incredible pop work. A lot of it, of course, very emotional and stuff, but really good stuff. When you hear songs like Don't Worry Baby and Caroline No, and then in Elliott Smith's work, which is different, it's distinct from what the Beach Boys did, you kind of hear the same kind of knack with melodies and songwriting that really, really neat stuff, and he was that good. He also kind of puts me in mind of Everly Brothers with the way he does vocal layering too in some of his work. He was really talented. He was a talent of his own. He just didn't copy these works or anything. He was just born with a gift that he had a knack for melodies, and some of the songs are really beautiful, like Son of Sam, Junk Bond Trader, Everything Reminds Me of Her, Everything Means Nothing to Me. Stupidity Tries is a really good song. Great stuff. Some of it tongue-in-cheek, some of it kind of bitter. Fortunately, he's no longer with us. Here's another one, a record that's even better, is XO by Elliott Smith. And this is a really, really, you really see just the natural genius he was in songs like Waltz Number 2, Pizzilla, Independence Day, Bled White. Waltz Number 1 is just a gorgeous, gorgeous song. Bottle Up and Explode is pretty good. Everybody Cares, Everybody Understands, pretty neat. Again, immensely talented, natural harmonies. If anybody ever captured the spirit of Everly Brothers and Brian Wilson together without the big wall of sound and the Brill songwriters, it would be Elliott Smith on his own. He was a great songwriter too. He just outstanding stuff. Okay, here we go with Smiths. I believe this was their third LP, The Queen is Dead. Good one. Queen is Dead kicks it off with a nice rocker that takes a dump on the royal family. Frankly, Mr. Shankly, pretty funny. I know it's over. One of those maudlin ones. It's pretty good. Never Had No One Ever is pretty good. Certain people that are in certain places that I go to would fully understand this record. Never Had No One Ever. And you guys know who I'm talking about. Just look in the mirror, okay? Symmetry Gates, good one. Big Mouth Strikes Again, great one. Boy with the Thorn in His Side is a lovely song. Vicar in a Tutu is kind of funny. There's Light That Never Goes Out is, of course, a classic. Some Girls Are Bigger Than Others closes it out really good. Okay, this is a Smiths compilation, Louder Than Bombs. Pretty good. Every song is pretty strong. That rhymes. Hey. And it's pretty good. I would recommend it highly. If you want to get into the Smiths and you don't want to buy an LP and you want a comprehensive view, but this isn't a career comprehensive, but it does feature most of their sound, the variations of their sound on that one record. It's a comprehensive view of the Smiths. Okay, here's another one. Pulp, different class. Their second LP. Pretty good stuff. Misshapes is great. Pencil Skirt, Common People, good. I Spy, Disco 2000, Live Bed Show. Something Changes is really nice one too. Sorted Freeze and Wiz is about drugs. Feeling Called Love is pretty good. Underwear is funny. Monday Morning in Bar Italia closed it out with a kind of a Gallows Schumer Hangover kind of feel. This is a very well made LP in the sense of the way it's paced and the way it starts and the way it ends. Sort of like a purposeful denouement, as the French would say, denouement. And it's pretty good. I highly recommend it. Okay, here comes the one that I believe is a classic. And I think a lot of other people agree. I don't care what the sluts at certain publications that, run the, whatever that Hall of Fame shit is. Sonic Youth, Daydream Nation, the iconic Candle. And again, Teenage Riot. Oh my God, what a kickoff to a record. Probably one of the best ever. Everything is pretty good on here. It's rocking. It's all over the place in a nice way. And the band is very tight. Excellent stuff. I really don't need to say anything about it. Here's another one by them a little bit later in their career, Sonic Youth 30. Good stuff. 100% good song. Sugarcane. Youth Against Fascism is awesome. Takes a shot at Daddy Bush on that one. Maybe that's why their career took a nosedive after this. Daddy Bush got him back while he was still alive. And then Chapel Hill is pretty good too. Creme Brulee also. All these songs are good, but the standouts are those ones. Okay, here's one that pretty much, I think it's obligatory that everyone must have in their collection. And it's Pink Floyd's The Wall. And my favorite on this is Nobody's Home. The sheer ironic detachment, and just what's the word I want to use? Malaise of it, and the boredom and the acidic cynicism of it is just, it captures a moment in, I guess, when every big band, when they become big and they have to deal with the music industry and stuff and all the bullshit, then drugs come and then nobody's home and they're phoning it in. But, Roger Waters confronts this, and he says, hey, this is what happens, and it happens for a reason. It's not just because, they're degenerate or anything. It's because of the business, the nature of the business, the nature of the beast, as they call it. That's my take on it, at least. As far as what that has to do with The Wall, I don't know. But, it does take a toll on people, and it does create mental issues and emotional issues and stuff, and drug abuse and stuff like that. Okay, here's a favorite of mine that a lot of people aren't aware of this band, Stereolab, and they're out of Europe. The lead singer sings in French, and this song is called Margarine Eclipse. And the opening song, Vulnerable Occlusion, is what sold me on this. I heard it once, and I'm like, God, I got to get this sound. It's really great. There's something about their sound that's amazing in the lyrics. And it's not just because she sings in French. This is a good record. The songs are really well made. It's more of a, I would say techno, but it's so melodic, and it infuses a lot of not just keyboards and stuff, but it has guitar in it and drums and other stuff. But it's keyboard heavy. I concede that, and it's really neat stuff. I highly recommend it to anyone that's never heard Stereolab. Pick up Margarine Eclipse and just listen to it. It's a really neat record. Okay, this is late. This is from late Sonic Youth, and it's an okay album. You can listen to it, and it sounds all right. Incinerate's a really good song, rocker. This is kind of more of a, they're out of, this is more of a rocking kind of aping punk music record, which is okay. It's pretty good. Okay, next up is the Stills, Canadian band. Logic Will Break Your Heart. This is a really good record. Lola Stars and Stripes, Genderbender, Changes Are No Good, Love and Death. Up Montreal is really good, Ready for It. Alison Krauss, which is funny. Animals and Insects, Still in Love song, Fevered. Yesterday, Never Tomorrow, good stuff. Really solid pop album. I mean, it doesn't try to strain to do too much. It hits right in the middle. Am I saying it's mediocre? No, I'm just saying that it hits the right spots when it has to. Okay, this is one of my favorites of an artist that I really enjoy. George Michael, Listen Without Prejudice. Love the cover, and the songs are even better. Praying for Time is just an outstanding song, and pretty much prophetic. Freedom is great. They Won't Go When I Go is, of course, a Stevie Wonder cover that is very brave of George Michael to do, and it's great. Something to Save is pretty good. Cowboys and Angels is a beautifully airy song. Waiting for that. He could have, withstood the urge to, produce a song with a drum track and then tack on a cover of You Can't Always Get What You Want on the backside of it, but it's all right. Mother's Pride is a really touching tribute to his mother. Heal the Pain is a good song. Paul McCartney sings backup vocals on it. You can hear his annoying voice in it. Soul Free is all right. And Waiting, again, reprises that other song. All in all, it's an okay record. The first 5 songs on it are very, very strong, are incredibly good. Mother's Pride is great. Heal the Pain is all right. Soul Free is pretty good. I really like this record. I can listen to it all the way through. Here's another slutty greatest hits collection, Super Furry Animals, Songbook, the singles. Good stuff, something for the weekend. It's Not the End of the World is a really touching love song. Juxtaposed with You is just awesome. The Man Don't Give a Toss is really good. Herman Loves Pauline, great. Ice Hockey Hair is really neat. Rings Around the World's pretty good. Golden Retriever, The International Language of Screaming is pretty neat. Hometown Unicorn. These guys are sort of a more musically attuned and clean and pop version of Guided by Voices, but they're out of the UK. That's my take on it. Okay, here's the other one. Next one. Brendan Benson, The Alternative to Love. Great LP. Spit It Out, nice song. Cold Hands, Warm Heart, awesome song. Feel Like Myself Again, great song. The pop hooks are all over the place in this. Alternative to Love's great song. The Pledge is it's kind of like a Motown feeling song, or a Wall of Sound type song that Spector would have produced. Them and Me is all right. Biggest Fan's pretty good. Flesh and Bone, Get It Together. Golden the Straw is pretty good. The best song on here is What I'm Looking For, which is a nice love song. Really neat. Between Us is great. This is a solid record. Anyone picks it up, they're going to be happy with it. Whatever format you want to get it on. It's awesome. Next up is a classic, baby. And look at this. Yep. That's an American flag. And instead of stars, you get bullet holes, baby. Yep. Sly and the Family Stone. Peak. There's a riot going on. And let me tell you, there's love and hate. And it ain't like a baby. But Just Like a Baby's a great song. Family Affair, America Talks to You. There's a riot going on. Brave and Strong. You Caught Me Smiling, nice. Spaced Cowboy, Running Away is just a classic. And Thank You for Talking to Me, Africa is pretty neat jam at the end, but it's not a jam in a way that it's like loose or anything. It's pretty tight and it's funky. This is a classic. I don't really need to say anything about it. I love the cover. I love it. Okay, next up, one of Prince's early classics, Dirty Mind. Very poppy, very funky. Dirty Mind's a great song. When You Were Mine is a song that Cyndi Lauper covered, and she did all right with it, but not as good as Prince, in my opinion, but opinions can differ. Do It All Night's pretty good. Got a Broken Heart Again is a really nice love song. Uptown is pretty good. Head, we all know what that's about. Sister is a pretty neat song because it's very, very incest song. Party Up is a great closer. This is a solid, tight record. 8 songs, not too long, not too short. Nice. Last up, and I'll end it right here, is a classic that I've always liked putting on. Look at that bald dome, baby. It's golden, isn't it? Hot Buttered Soul, Isaac Hayes. And my goodness, there's only 5 songs on this baby. And boy, are they cool. Walk On By, Epic, Hyper, Syllabus, Sequidal, Mystic, whatever. It works. It's a good song. One Woman is all right. By the time I get the Phoenix, it's a good song. But if they would have went away with the slow talk in, it would have been all right. The single edits at the end, actually it's only a 4-song LP. The single edits are all right if you don't, especially for by the time I get to Phoenix, the single edit is actually better. And that's it for today, folks. And I'm glad to be back. And I think this is a pretty solid row of records here but I might, maybe that's fatuous of me, and maybe I'm praising myself. Oh, I got such great taste or whatever. But no, dumb luck, whatever. People have suggested these to me, or I was exposed to them somehow. I didn't just, sui generis, figure them out on my own. I'm not, clairvoyant or anything. Some people said, hey, that stuff's pretty good. You should listen to it. Or you hear a snippet of it and you're like, get more interested and you want to hear it. That's how it goes. It ain't on me. It's everyone. We're a community. And I'm trying to community build here, folks. Not try to make myself better than anyone. Peace out. AD Nation, heads up. Have a nice afternoon.